In this episode of Sailing Doodles, we leave Bahrain and sail up to Belitung, where we spend 2 beautiful nights before checking out so that we can head to Singapore. I stayed behind to work on the boat while the gang headed ashore to do some exploring in Bahrain. As much as we love the Indonesian people and their country, it really is sad to see how much rubbish washes up on their shores.
Yes. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Bye. Thank you.
Well, maybe have fixed the autopilot. I'm not sure. There was a loose wire, see, under the bed here. That is the autopilot control unit. It's an AC42. It's a pretty popular brand. The problem was that the wire that engaged the drive, like it sent out the signal to the drive to move, that wire was pretty loose. There's like a little plug. So I reattached that. I was finally able to, I don't know, there's some kind of software issue too. I wasn't able to reset all the autopilot functions earlier, so I just depowered everything, unplugged everything, disconnected all the wiring. I actually moved ports. So if you know anything about boats, the way the systems work these days is it's kind of like a computer network. You have these network cables, or NMEA, or whatever you say them. So I just changed all those around, reset everything on the chart plotter, and so it powered back up, it added all the right components, it let me reset the autopilot, which was good. And then I calibrated the autopilot as well as I can do at the dock side. You have to do a tuning when you actually go out at sea, but the gang is on shore having fun right now. I'm stuck on the boat. They're having fun, I'm on the boat. Since I had the boat to myself today, I thought I'd do some routine maintenance, changing the oil. Oh man, that was hard. If you're gonna do the oil, get yourself one of these things. Oil extractor. Makes it super easy. I don't have an oil filter wrench. I was doing it by hand, just wasn't working. So last resort, put a screwdriver through it. And then I was able to turn it to get it off. Now I'm just draining it. But it scared me for a minute because I put the screwdriver all the way through and was turning as hard as I could and couldn't get it to go, and it was just tearing the filter. I was like, oh no. But finally it went. Anyway, it's tough work. That evening we set off on an over 300-mile sail to Belitung. You may notice no one's sitting behind a wheel, which means we think the autopilot's working. It's worked now for about an hour perfectly. We tried to turn it on when we left. It didn't work. And I just was sitting behind the wheel. I was tired. I figured I'd try it, hit the button on. It works. I don't know. It's a mystery. But I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it.
Yeah, very good.
Not very long after, the autopilot failed yet again. How do you like sailing without an autopilot?
I like sailing with a fanny pack.
Okay, first off, fanny packs are ridiculous. And second, that's not the question I asked. How do you like sailing without a fanny pack?
I don't know how to answer that, Bobby.
How do you like sailing without an autopilot?
I feel like I've gone to the gym. I'm wrestling with the helm. It's harder than wrestling with you.
So the autopilot briefly worked the other day, but for a couple hours, and then it stopped working again. We've got a new autopilot gonna meet us in Singapore, but we're still 500 miles from Singapore. So we've already gone about 500 miles. We've got about 500 miles without an autopilot. We got another 500 miles to go. So long way to go. If anybody's ever done it, that's a tough thing. Thankfully, we have crew members here to share the load. Say hi, Junsong.
Ginseng.
Yeah.
Watch out, the camera's on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Say hi.
So what we've been doing is 2-hour shifts. You know, normally with 4 people, I do a 3-hour shift because, you know, every 12 hours, it works out pretty well. Everybody gets 9 hours off, 3 hours on. But with hand steering for 3 hours is a bear, especially. I mean, we got 20 knots of wind right now. It's a workout. So we're doing 2-hour shifts. So it's 2 hours on, 6 hours off, hand steering all the way. All right, about 52 hours, no autopilot. It really is not much fun. If anybody's done much sailing without an autopilot, it's not much fun. So we're here now. Belitung is the name of the island. We're getting ready. Wait. That gets a little tricky when the wind's up. It's a big sail. If we ever run out of sail, we'll just hoist that up and we can go. One of the more frequent problems we have is actually coming to shore is picking your way to shore because you don't know where the clear channels are. We've never been here before. And knowing where the bommies are and where they're not. Like there's a big one right there maybe. I think it's high tide too right now, so this would be really hard if it's low tide. All right, this island is Belitung. It's like the widest sand beach we've seen in Indonesia yet. Very nice. This is the cleanest beach we've seen in Indonesia too.
The cleanest beach all month, but the only one I would even put a foot in.
Very nice, Belitung. I think it's kind of a resort area. I don't see too many people here though. Occasionally, apparently this is like one of the big cruiser stops for sailboats, but we're the only boat in the anchorage right now. This whole place is set up pretty cool. There's lots of beach houses, guest houses, and lots of bars and restaurants. I mean, like there's coming up here, there's hundreds of seats. There's nobody here. Maybe it's either a daytime place or we're out of season, I don't know.
Or the volcano's about to explode and we don't know it.
That's exactly what. Where are you gonna go when the volcano blow?
On White Squall.
The granite boulders reminded me of the baths of Virgin Gorda. A friendly local showed us to the perfect place to watch the sunset.
Wow. Can you come swing with me?
This looks almost exactly like the baths of Virgin Gorda, although there's like nobody here.
It's VIP.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can come here, I mean, like, so we were looking at some places earlier. You can get a really nice little room on the beach, air conditioning, nice bed and everything
For 400,000.
Yeah, it's like $26 a night, or you can get just a basic shack for like $10 a night. Pretty awesome.
The room there was a room and there was a bathroom just as big as the room, and it was outside. And like
well, there's like a wall all the way around it, but there's no roof on the bathroom. It's kind of weird.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No, it was like amazing.
Yeah.
Been in Indonesia 1 month and it's time to check out.
First thing we do, we got our driver here. We found him on the beach there. Nice guy. Say hello.
Hello.
Take us to immigration first, then customs. We have to pick up customs, drive him back to the boat where he inspects the boat, go back to customs, do the paperwork, then go to the port authority, check out with the port authority, then we get our clearance to leave. We're hoping to get this all done in one day. And
Because you have to take me to the beach by Bobby.
Oh, we're right.
Take me to the beach. It looks like the baths here.
It does. It's pretty gorgeous. We're also buying diesel. Basically, we just gave him all our jerry cans, and he's gonna fill those up. And there you go. We're on our way. Can't believe it. It's getting close to the end.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
It's puppy time.
Yeah, I'm ready to see my dogs.
Are you trying to forget me back there?
Be nice. All right, let's go get unimmigrated. All right, we're all checked out. Had one little hiccup there. We checked in on the 16th of last month and we had a 30-day visa. Today's the 15th. I do the math. That's 30 days. No, they count the first day as day 0 or day 1. So even though it's only 30 days, they're saying no, it's been 31. So we had to pay a little fee. We had to pay about $20 a person to get our passports all checked out. Now we are at Customs. They have their own volleyball court. It's kind of cool.
Does that mean you need a pass time here?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Most Customs officials don't want to be recorded, so we weren't able to film them going to the boat and back. And then it was down to health quarantine. Well, while Laura's having fun on the beach with baby sea turtles, I am stuck here waiting on the quarantine officials to come back. I don't know why quarantine needs to see us when we leave, but the Port Authority won't give us clearance without the okay from quarantine. Basically, they're just gonna give me a piece of paper that says I'm not sick or something. They already did when we checked in. I don't know, it's dumb. But they were supposed to be back from their lunch break half an hour ago and they're still not back yet. The bureaucracy here and the amount of paperwork you need, it's crazy. And they want copies of everything, so I made copies of everything. But the problem is I went to Customs and checked out and they gave me paperwork. Well, the Port Authority wants copies of that paperwork. And Customs didn't give me any, so I had to go and find a copy machine and make it. It's just... wasting away, waiting on paperwork. It's the Indonesian way. So while I was waiting on paperwork, the rest of the gang went to a turtle sanctuary to free some turtles. For $1 a piece, the turtle sanctuary lets you free some turtles. While they were having fun, I was still waiting over an hour for paperwork. All right, so all this work all day has been to get this bunch of papers. It's from the harbor master, it's from immigration, it's customs, and quarantine saying we're okay to leave Indonesia. The next place we go to will want to see this, because if we don't have this paper and the proper order and all that stuff, signed, triplicate, and stamped, then they think we left the country illegally, which we didn't. So we have to get all this. But anyway, thank you so much for taking us around.
Yep.
I'll put his phone number and email in the show notes there. And if you come to Belitung and need help getting in and out or getting diesel or anything, he's the guy to talk to.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty long day. It's 4:30. We started at 8 this morning. That's how long it took to check out. But got it done. Rewarding myself with a beer. The guys and the girl are out there playing with turtles or something. I don't know. I think we're going to try to leave around midnight tonight because the guys got to get back. They're going to catch a flight out of Malaysia. So we need to hurry to get there. And it'd be nice to leave a little bit early so we don't have to... We've been motor sailing a lot just because we've always been on a schedule, right? We got to make it in time to clear customs and all that stuff. So we're going to hurry.
We freed baby sea turtles.
Yeah, feed the turtle.
Oh, yeah?
Big ones, yeah.
Snow king.
That evening, the locals grilled some fish fresh from the ocean. All the Indonesians we met were very friendly and giving, and I can't wait to go back. Be sure to check out our new channel, Flying Doodles. This video will be out tomorrow.
We're a little slow, so the nose kind of scoops out down below. Not a big deal, then you can just lift it back up to the horizon. Now, even pilots, myself included, if you don't do aerobatics ever or rarely, you might start feeling nauseous. So I can make myself. Okay, so if you start feeling a little bit of tingly, then let me know. I'm okay.